Just do something to tell you who I am, you know? Yeah.
Okay, last video I talked about the storage and consumption of sugar and how it can go into different storage tanks. Today we're talking about number 4, know the use and the burning of sugar. Like everything in nutrition, it's about in versus out. Okay, you've got a balance to consider. If you stay focused on just what's going in or just the diet, you're missing out on the other half of the equation. Which is why I do not agree with this whole, diet is 90% of results and everything like that. Because for some, well, it depends on the results. Some results, diet is a minor player. Other results, diet is a big player. Sometimes it's about 50-50. When it comes to sugar, though, you want to have a good balance between how much are you burning versus how much are you consuming. And when it comes to burning sugar, okay, we want to get that up and high. This is why we're kind of a little screwed within our modern society, and this is where there's a grain of truth to the whole glucophobia, modern day dietary, chicken little, the sky is falling thing, is we have this imbalance between how much we're consuming versus how much we're actually using. Number one, yes, we have a lot more sugar in the typical Western diet, which actually there is no such thing as a typical Western diet. You take 20 people and ask them what they eat, none of them have the same stereotypical diet. Especially different parts of the country, like here in Colorado. Anyway, I digress. But the consumption typically is we're getting a lot more sugar in. But what's really screwing us over is we're sitting on our asses a whole lot. I don't even care if you're like, well, I'm very athletic, I go to the gym every single day. Yeah, you're doing what? Cardio for 20 minutes and then lifting weight for 40 minutes? I know that feels like a lot, but trust me, compared to what our bodies are built for and the activity levels we're built for, that's nothing. An hour in the gym is a speck. This is why I'm always telling people, you really want to lose weight and everything? Forget about working out in the gym. The gym is a prosthetic. It's like a fake arm. It's like Captain Hook with his hook. It's not what nature intended. Sure, it's functional and it can work a little bit, but it's fake. It's a fake man-made construct attempting to replicate something that Mother Nature had, but we don't have anymore quite as much. The fact of the matter is we're made to be moving all day, every day, to some degree, activity. And we think that a spin class or, doing a CrossFit workout of the day is going to make up for 9 to 10 hours of moving around and activity. You gotta be kidding me. Again, that's like getting your hand chopped off and putting on just a crude hook and you're like, yeah, that's just as good. No, not even close. So when it comes to sugar, we want to be using it because like I said, you've got those storage tanks, your liver, your muscles, and your blood to dump sugar in. If you're consuming sugar, like you're eating a candy bar, if it can go into that, you're great. That's awesome. That's a wonderful thing to have happen, is sugar going right into the liver, storing as glycogen. Good, wonderful, if you can use it. So this is what this video is about, is how do you use it? Number one is don't rely on exercise, or a workout, I should say a workout, because these days we've bastardized human activity to just be exercise, which is really limiting ourselves. Move all day as much as you can, up and down, take the stairs, take the long way there, park a mile away from work, walk in, jog in, whatever you can do. And remember, a calorie burned is a calorie burned regardless of how you do it, okay? 10 calories burned going to get the mail is just as effective as 10 calories burned, bored to death, sweating your ass off on a treadmill. While one seems to have more effort to it, it doesn't matter. It's the actual energy consumption that matters. So try and get activity all day long as much as possible. Take little breaks. Take a burpee break. You're at the desk or something like that. Oh, and instead of a coffee break, run the stairs 4 or 5 times. Burn that stuff off. And you hear this a lot of times with people like, oh, you're burning sugar with that, but you're not burning fat. Again, calories in, calories out. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're burning sugar, you'll lose weight. If you're burning fat, you'll lose weight because it all just kind of is interconnected and intermingled, and fat can turn to sugar and sugar can turn to fat and protein can turn to sugar, can turn to fat. It's all interchangeable. So try and use as much as you can. Also, the high intensity stuff tends to burn more sugar than anything else. Okay, so this is where the HIIT training comes in. This is where intervals come in, split training, weightlifting, stuff like that can be very good for just burning up a lot of the glycogen in the muscles as well. So just something to consider of burn sugar. Try and burn as much as possible, therefore you can consume it, and you're maintaining that balance, and it's the balance that is getting you healthy or sick, not the consumption and not the actual burn, but the balance between the two. Okay, I think I might have one more coming up. Till then, be fit, live free.